If he's in the starting 11 in an hour or so from now. The West Ham angle still to come as well. And also, next, we're going to talk about Liverpool. And, of course, this guy might crop up. Mo Salah is in there somewhere.
Join me, Roman Kemp and the wonderful Mikel Arteta as we look back at 6 years in charge at Arsenal. So join me, Premier League Friday, 5 o'clock on Sky Sports Leeds.
Yes, make sure you join Roman for Premier League Friday tomorrow. He'll be joined by the former Chelsea defender Mario Melchiot and the former Spurs captain Michael Dawson with him too. That's all from 5 o'clock tomorrow here on Sky Sports News. It's Danny Mills with us on the Premier League show this evening. Let's talk Liverpool, Danny. Their struggles continued last night, didn't they? Held at home by Sunderland. That's 3 without a win at Anfield. A couple of defeats, of course, in that time. Usually a fortress. It's not feeling that way at the moment, is it?
No, it's not. Let's not take anything away from Sunderland, though. They have been the surprise package this season. You know, they've been absolutely magnificent. So let's give them a lot of credit, first and foremost, the way that they've played this season. But for Liverpool, it's just not happening at the moment. Bringing in lots of players can be disruptive at times, and I think that's been part of the case. Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk signed, finally got those big deals signed. Has a touch of complacency crept in as well? Who knows? It's almost like the perfect storm, I think. There are so many little things that maybe have gone wrong. They've all come at once, and of course that's causing massive problems. And from winning the title last season, suddenly you think they've got no chance. You know, they're out of the title race, you know, so far this year. They look very, very vulnerable. And somehow he's got to find a team and a rhythm to get back to winning ways.
Heard Daniel Sturridge talking about their issues and saying that he thinks the players don't fit Slot's formation. Does he have a point with that?
It does feel like there's a little bit of square pegs in round holes at the moment. Jurgen Klopp had a very specific way of playing. Arne Slot took on that team, tinkered with it slightly, made it a fraction more defensive, a bit more solid, but didn't do too much with it. Suddenly in the summer, for lots of different reasons, he's had an overhaul. You know, 8 or 9 different players, you know, players in and players out. That's a big swing of real quality as well. Everybody wants to start. So I think at the moment he's still trying to find who fits into the way they played last year, trying to change the way they play slightly. And he just can't find the right system, the players in the right positions at the moment to get it to really tick.
Mo Salah hasn't ticked yet this season. He certainly ticked last season. He hasn't done this time. Dropped, left out, however you want to put it, by Slot for the last 2 games. First time in his Liverpool career he's been left out for successive games. How is he going to be handling this? Is this a short-term thing? Could this be longer-term? What do you think?
Well, he's going into hiding by the look of those pictures. Again, not quite sure why he was doing that. It's like, you know, clearly he knows the cameras are going to be on him. He is a fantastic player. He has been absolutely superb over the last 7, 8, 9, whatever it is. He has been magnificent. You know, more often than not, Liverpool's saviour. It's not quite happening for him, you know, at the moment. And again, do you look at it and think, well, he signed this big bumper contract. Does that have anything to do with it? Is there a fraction of complacency?
Have you seen that in the past in your career?
Oh, with some players, without a doubt. You know, you're building. You know, there's an incentive to play well, and all of a sudden you get that big deal. And you only got to talk a drop-off of 5% sometimes, and it can affect you. That might not be the case. You know, he clearly looks after himself. He's clearly a fantastic athlete. The way the team is set up maybe doesn't quite suit him. In previous seasons, he's almost been given a free role and just said, look, don't worry about defending. You just go and attack. Liverpool have dominated possession. They've been on top. So he's been able to do that. Suddenly the team aren't playing as well. He has to do a bit more defensively, gets caught out. Maybe his starting position when he gets the ball isn't as high up the pitch. So instead of having to run 20, 30 yards, he's having to run 40 or 50, go past 3 or 4 players instead of 2. all these things come into play. So again, it's that perfect storm accumulation of lots of little things that are making Liverpool not the force they were.
I mean, from one legend who's been left out to another who's under real scrutiny at the moment, Virgil van Dijk. Look, we know he sets really high standards. Right now, how far off them is he, do you think?
From the standards he set previously, he's a little way off that. You see it. Was there a time that no one had ever dribbled past him, or whatever it might be? He gets a little bit unfortunate there. He turns his back. Probably should stay square. Here, don't know what happened to his thinking. He seems to lose his position on the pitch, doesn't quite understand where he is, and almost runs away from protecting the goal.
Because I don't remember any instance like that last season. That sort of thing wasn't happening, was it?
Or the season before the season.
Yeah.
And even when they were finishing, they weren't winning it. He was still performing and being absolutely outstanding. Is that because he's lost a little bit of protection in front of that? That can always be the case. Two of the most important players on the pitch, or the most important, is that holding midfield player. How much protection does he give to those centre forwards? It's easy to say no one's ever dribbled past you. How many times did they try it? How many times were in that position to do it? Suddenly now there's a lot more opportunity for players to run at Virgil van Dijk, to get on top of him, because that holding midfield player isn't the same as it was. So again, has he lost a bit of confidence in what's in front of him? Goalkeepers chopped and changed. There hasn't been the consistency behind him either. Fullback has changed, to the left. That's changed. Robertson's come back in a little bit. A new right back that has changed seems almost every game. They must have had 3 or 4 right backs this season. Whereas before, you knew what was happening. And when you're a defender especially, it's very much like second nature. You don't have to think, you don't have to look where your teammate is, you just know. And you think of all those great defences, consistency was the key. Same back four, pretty much throughout the season. All the great teams, all the best teams have always had that, and Liverpool at the moment are having, for one reason or another, chop and change all the time.
Next up for them, they go to Leeds. Saturday night football at Ellen Road. Chelsea came on stock there last night, as we saw. Could Liverpool have problems?
Certainly at Ellen Road. If Leeds can bring that intensity, the crowd will get on top of you very, very quickly. You know that. It won't be easy for Leeds, but they'll want to raise their game again. The fans will be fully behind them. I don't think anyone saw the performance last night against Chelsea coming. That was fantastic. So Leeds will be looking to do exactly the same thing again and put real pressure under Liverpool. And if Liverpool think it's going to be an easy game or just turn up and win the game, then they're going to be completely wrong.
Danny, thanks for now. We will talk more about Leeds a little later on. Plenty more coming away. On this evening's Premier League show, we'll continue our build-up to this evening's game between Manchester United and West Ham at Old Trafford, and we'll also reflect on Tuesday's action too.
Holland! 100 Premier League goals. Foden! City running riot. It will be. Oh yes! Long way back, but they've taken another step here, Fulham. Grealish deflected in! There's the breakthrough for Everton! Oh, it's brilliant from Bruno Guimaraes! It's spectacular, and it's the captain again! Where did that one come from? Christian Romero, who's the headline maker again for Spurs.